Inhlekani minseri umgadalo FM na wena minseri wa Phalaphala FM ni khalanga pet mathebula ingwana rismato wa jimo xitlango mo xingitano wa jajana makunelo wa ndandadzi irurela Maspala wa Makhado eka nhlekani wa siku ra namuntlha hi famba swin'we na mpho rathando ya mpho
pet
yes mpho
riko pfana ther
ya zwavhuḓi nga maanḓa
rokwakwana
okay
kholibo nga maanḓa takuchedza ngoto rali mbele ya mushumo hei ndi chiko na Afrika wa Vulavula ubva kha mungana lonene FM ngeno vo ri kha Phalaphala FM mafhungo mahulwane hafha ṋamusi ndi ya uri ri na vhone ḓorobo vha Maspala wa Makhado ndi mukhantselara vho Hudubabuse ndi vho Munyayi vho Samuel Munyayi vha ḓo vha tshi khou ri vhudza hafha nga ha zwikwama mugaganyagwama wa Maspala ri tshi khou lavhelesa ṅwaha hoyu wa 2021 2022 pet ri ya takutshedza
intiyiso minseri mpho ndikoliwa nga maanḓa hi sweswo leswi hi nga langutana na swona hi languta twa mpimanyeto wa lembe ra 2021 na lembe ra 2022 ni tsakisa hi vito ra vona Hudubabuse ya i mera wa doroba ra Makhado
kadi vone dorobo petrol ko seiswa Hudubabuse khamse ba re thome ya nepo man 30 seconds ba to re botsa re go Hudubabuse la mini
muhashina vatecheresi va Phalaphala FM Porathando ngange mngana lunene pet vuselia duba Makhado angeni nduri chumele ko ya bathu ndi mupfukusi mpire mwana omemela rumbo uko shumiwa nga maanḓa uko shumiwa nga maanḓa
uchiko shumiwa nga orali vhone ḓorobo kha ri nambere dzhene fhasi zwino vha ri vhudze vha ri farela one ṋamusi uri ḽi ḓo duba ṋaṅwa u ya ṅwakani nga nḓilaḓe
mpho rathando na vhathetshelesi vha Phalaphala FM katina pet bo mungano wa lunene ndiko tama u dzha tshifhinga tshi ndi livhuwe sa vhahashi vhena kono ri tendela uri sa Makhado local municipality na musi ri ḓa hafha noni ri ḓe ri pfukise mugaganyagwama wa ṅwaha wa gidi 2021 na gidi 2022 une ndi khou pfukisa hafha sa Mayor wa Makhado local municipality ndo imela Maspala wote wa Makhado ndi dzha tshifhinga itshi ndi lumelise vho honorable speaker vashu vho councillor Lindiwe Mukhale ndi lumelise vho chief whip washu wa Makhado municipality vho councillor MD Mboyi ndi lumelise miraḓo yothe ya executive committee yashu ya Makhado municipality dzi councillor dzoṱhe dzine ra khou shuma nadzo Makhado municipality dzo fhelelaho dzoṱhe dza 75 the ward committee dzashu dza Makhado local municipality dzine ra khou shuma nadzo mahosi vashu vhoṱhe vhane ra vha navho kha fhasi ya Maspala wa Makhado vhashumi vashu vho rangwa phanḓa nga acting municipal manager vho Kentine Maname management ri khou tama dzhia tshifhinga tshi ri vha lumelise zwiimiswa zwoṱhe zwine zwa vha hone fhasi ya Maspala wa Makhado zwine ra khou ita mutingati ri khou farisana u vhona zwo ri tshumelo heinoni ine ra khou amba ngayo hafha namusi iye vhathuni tama u dzhia tshifhinga itshi ri vha lumelise the people of Makhado have now joined us on this social media as we leverage on Phalaphala FM and Mungana Lunene FM, including various local community radio stations. Good afternoon, goeiemiddag, dimasiari, nhlekani. I greet you all at a time when our nation is still in the midst of the global COVID-19 pandemic. The economy has been in a very serious strain ever since. We acknowledge and appreciate the support packages provided by our caring government to different sectors of the economy and trust this has made a huge difference to the lives of those who have been gravely affected by this pandemic. The role our communities have played to support social services in providing foods, parcels and bare necessities to our vulnerable communities is testimony of a caring community across social culture and ethnic boundaries. We take this opportunity to wish those who tested positive a speedy recovery and condolences to families who have lost their loved ones to this deadly pandemic. Let us continue to observe social distancing, wearing of masks properly or all the time. washing of hands regularly, and staying at home as much as possible to avoid a further curve that will culminate into a third wave. Ri khou ṱuṱuwedza vhadzulapo uri vha yo u hayeliwa u itela u ḓitsireledza kha tshitzhili tsha COVID-19 nga maanḓa vhathu vha miṅwaha ya 60 na u fhira, sa izwi hu tshone tshifhinga tshavho tsha u ḓiṅwalisa na u hayeliwa. Zwa zwino tshivhalo tsha vhathu vhane vha khou kavhiwa nga tshitzhili itshi tshi khou gonya ḓuvha na ḓuvha na kha masipala washu. Ri khou livhuwa vhadzulapo vha masipala washu vhe vha vha vho ya u hayeliwa kha zwiṱitshi zwa Makhado zwe zwa vha zwo vula u bva nga Ḽavhuvhili u swika Mulovha. Tshiṱitshi tshine tsha wanala fhaḽa holoni yashu ya Muḓuluni tshi ḓo dovha tsha vula nga Musumbuluwo na Ḽavhuvhili ḽa vhege i ḓaho. Vhathu kha vha ye u hayeliwa. The storm shall pass. We will never be the same again. In this digital age, we are able to consult our communities and stakeholders through various platforms. Zwi a vhavha u vhona u hulela ha zwiwo zwa u tambudzwa vhana hune a khou bvelela zwikoloni nga maanḓa kha vhana vha vhasidzana. Vhana vha khou tambudzana nga tshavho vha dovha vha tambudzwa nga vhadededzi vhavho. A hi endleni hi matimba tani rixaka ku vona leswaku swendlo swa muxaka lowu swi ya hela. Hi nga tumbeti swendlo hi leswi, a hi swi humiseleni erivaleni hi tlhela hi swi ripota eka tihofisi leti nga fanela. Dzikhakhathi dza mitani na dzone kha ri ise phanḓa na u lwa nadzo u swika ri tshi kunda ri roṱhe ri nga si balelwe. Last year, I asked the municipal manager and his team to ensure that we strive for the improvement of the audit opinion, and the team did just that. We are proud that we managed to achieve unqualified audit opinion with findings in the 2019-2020 financial year. A big shout out to the acting municipal manager, Mr. Ken Timbabalero Nemaname, and his team. I'm appealing to you to put more efforts for the municipality to get the clean audit opinion in the 2021-2022 financial year. Makhado Municipality is committed and taking a huge role in the education of our children. Makhado Local Municipality has allocated 37.5 hectares to the University of Venda for the purpose of establishing a satellite campus and student accommodation at Farm Bergflate 288 LS, known as Extension 13. The municipality has since signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Venda. We are currently in the final stage of township establishment at Extension 13, so that the university can start its processes of developing a campus. I would like to appreciate the sterling performance of the matric class of 2020. They did exceptionally well even under the trying times due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I wish them well in the current academic year. The municipality has an annual mayoral bursary that assists needy students from disadvantaged family background. We assist about 15 students annually. Advertisement for applications for this bursary opens in October and closes on the 31st of December every year. In order to make library services easily accessible to our community, we are also establishing our 9th satellite library, which is located at Hamucha Community Hall. We are expecting it to become operational in the next 2021-2022 financial year. Fellow residents, as we have already alluded that our economy is under a very serious strain, we hopefully believe that the Musina Makhado Special Economic Zone will be able to boost the economy and create more jobs for our people. As we are presenting this budget during Youth Month, we are quite considerate that most of our youth are unemployed. The municipality is encouraging young people to club themselves together and form cooperatives. Through the municipality's local economic development programs, we have managed to assist the following cooperatives. Stanop, a multi-purpose cooperative, under Ward 9, number of jobs created 6. Chivangani Ntsevele cooperatives, in under Ward 12, number of job created 8. Mulima Pananani cooperatives under Ward 18, number of jobs created 7. Basedorp Agricultural Cooperative under Ward 25, number of jobs created 3. Chembre Cooperatives under Ward 24, number of jobs created 9. Bumachero Crop Farming Cooperatives under Ward 23, number of jobs created 7. In an effort to enhance service delivery for our people, we bought the following vehicles and machinery. Rokono renga the 5 compactors tracker, rarenga the drop side tracker zinosvika 3, rarenga the tipper tracker zinosvika 2, rarenga polo sedan zinosvika 2, rarenga the tracker yo wala matanda mdagasi nti, rarenga tracker ya wala madhi, rarenga quantum yo kono wala what committee members na vashumi vashu chivana the event, rarenga grade reality, rarenga na forklift. Ezu tsoriko zvidadzi saka zvinorono zvirengao rich kwamba zvinori na magradar a6 maswa, rina matipa traka anosvika 8 maswa, rina waste removal traka operera ane ava 10 maswa, rina TLB 2 ntswa, rina excavator ntswa, rina chain dozer 1 ntswa, rina cherry pickers 2 ntswa. Ezu zvote riko zviita riko nyagori service delivery kono utavanyanga ruvilo chavatuni. Vashumi vacho vote rorenga dzigoloi dzine vazoshuma ngadzo musi vachikotsantana pasi vachikobona shumero iko ya vatuni. Muhachina vatechelesi va Phalaphala FM rina projects dzine dzava hone, dzine ndi projects on construction stage, ine rina construction of admin block at testing ground. Project yei is currently at 16%. Rina Ratidili Incubation Center project, the project is currently at 20%. Rina Chakuma Fruit Market Phase 1 project, the project is 100% complete and is currently on defects liability period. Rina project ya Chakuma Fruit Market Phase 2, the project is currently at 16%. Rina project ya rehabilitator Zitarata Zanani Biaba, the project is currently at 63.5%. Rina fencing of N1 Tourism Park, inclusive of Arts and Craft Center project, the project is 100% complete and currently is on defects liability period. Rina project ya Cheza to Vuva Access Road Phase 3, the project is currently at 63%. Rina project ya Waterfall Sports Facility Phase 3, the project is currently at 75%. Rina Valdezi ya Chitachini to Juweni Access Road Phase 3, project is currently at 75%. Rina project ya Gombiti Chibuyuni Mampagi Road Phase 3, construction is 98%. Rina project ya fencing of Makhado Municipality Cemetery, construction ya Gogobore 100%, Pazima 80%, Ralipaswa 70%, Flayfontaine 95%, Chivase 100%, Pananani 41.2%, Mashau Matanda 100%. Rina project ya Uwonoriko Jenisa Bronge Isane, Sane to Natali Bridge, the project is currently at 18%. The LA ya Wamapungo Ningamanda Muachina Vatechelesi va Phalaphala FM na vamungana lunene ye rado vanadziwo cha mkalawe vado tuwa robhalelwa uri vapfuke zwavhuḓi mulambo wo ḓala rimya wo nga wedele nga mulalo mushumo ko chimbila ngeni sa zwa professor Sane Buseliko Dubani nginani nge na project ya Chikwarani to Zamekomse Road Phase 3 project is 100% completed and currently is on defects liability period. Rina project ya Rivoni to Shlobieni Access Road, the project is currently at 6%. Muachina vatechelesi va Phalaphala FM na vamungana lunene rina project dzine dzavaka stage cha designiwa, project on design processes. Rina 4-way stop pavement at Baoba Street apa ronovisa tendara ya uwono riwane vatu vono do rishumela chona chitarate chinoni. rina project yo rehabilitator chitarata cha Flay Street consultant dzono appointiwa zwa zvino richirolindela the design dzine dzava ka progress. Rina rehabilitation of Kruger Street, the consultant rodzi appointer rika process yolindela the design dzichifinaliziwa. Mudimeli stormwater tender roi visa yo advertisiwa riwane vatondo rushumela project. Rina refurbishment of Waterfall regional office, the consultant rodzi appointer zvazvino ri busy now ubona zori the tender document dziko finaliziwa. Rina development of Zanani Park phase 2, installation of outdoor gym, playing equipment and swimming pool. The consultant rono the tora zvazvino riko backup process ya designer mapungo vonori zvidochimbilisa hani zvika progress. Rina F210 Berker Street Market Revitalization Project, consultant rono the appointer, design completed, tender to be advertised before the end of June 2021. New council chamber and offices, detailed design is on progress. Kutama Sintumule Sports Facility, detailed design completed, project is awaiting MIG registration process. Rehabilitation of Jos Lovo Street at Flayfontaine, proper design, the consultant appointed, inception feasibility report done, currently Rico Zima Kamapunga the design the project. Refurbishment of Emeretia substation building, the consultant the appointiwa Rika Bizina Uzuzanya the design ori project ikonotoma. Waterfall Clinic Road to Waterfall Ring Road, the consultant Rono the appoint Zuzanya feasibility study. Rina upgrading of Waterfall Cemetery Road, the consultant Rono the appointer Raznorika Mapunga feasibility study. Rina Rutanandwa access road and bridge, Mukontraka ono Toriwa, Rikoyoita site ending over Vegedao. Rina main and commercial streets, the consultant Rono the Tora, currently Rikodila Namapunga feasibility study. Fellow residents, Section 24 in brackets 1 of the Municipal Finance Management Act and Circular 107 and 108 of the National Treasury specifically dictate that must for each financial year approve an annual budget for the municipality 30 days before the start of the new financial year. It is against this background that we present the 2021-2022 annual budget after it was considered and approved by the Council of your municipality. In moving to the next financial year, the final operational revenue budget for 2021-2022 amounts to 1,201,000,000 rand, 834,000 rand. The operational expenditure budget for 2021-2022 amounts to 1,111,000,000 rand, 661,000 rand. The operational expenditure includes the non-cash item amounting to 104 million rand for depreciation and 57,934,000 rand for assets and debt impairment. The final capital budget estimate for 2021-2022 amounts to 424,622,000 rand. The total overall expenditure budget for 2021 is 1,536,000,000 rand.
lo duba busi apa wone dorobo likadipfala likadido duba kumangori vachena zwinji zwine va khadiva vo rifarela zwone nga hano masiari pano kha Phalaphala FM ya SABC na Mungana Lonene FM pedzi ya rich kwama zwino ndi mithethe sigati uri modiva hafu robva kha wara ya bufumi na bubili chipinga cha uri vone dorobo vato va to fara stuku rithome ritanganedze thodza mafhungo nga uri khasho hedzi mbili dzitamo tsivudza vathichelesi vadzo uri nga wara yo thoma mafhungo a dova afhiyo ri moditanganedza thodza mafhungo.
Nongonoko wa Afrika wa Vulavula uya emahlweni endzhaku ka mahungu lawa.
makumembiri ntlhanu timirete ku nga si ba wara yan'we mingiseri wa munghana lone FM na wena mingiseri wa phalaphala FM hi le ku fambeni na meyara wa Maspala wa Makhado lava ku nga Hudubabuse Munyayi khansela Munyayi lava hi nga na vona ka nhlekana siku ra namuntlha va hi byela hi mapfhumba na minongonoko ya vona loko hi kha hi langutaka lembe ximali 2021 na 2022 hi ndlela yoleyo mpho a ri ye phanda
nanga inwe ndila vone dorobo va khomba na vathichelesi va xubva vo river plus ngange vo ele mangeni ngange vo fala vo mbokota ndi vaingiseri vashu hava lava ngange
ndingo va dova va mbana vathechelesi ngange ya musekwa kana ya raliphaswa kana chituni va ya swika
bewenda vathichelesi vangera liphaswa edzivone dorobo va hone vaphethe va kovela phanda no amba na vathichelesi va xurothe ngori ri SABC azwina ndavo ri vagayi vathichelesa munghana lonene FM na phalaphala FM fedzi kheva vone dorobo va nga bvela phanda hera va ri guma hone
ndi alivuwa vahashi vashu na vaingiseli va munghana lonene FM na va phalaphala FM rina the major projects on financial performance. Other expenditure has been budgeted at an amount of 113 million rand, 269,000 rand. This includes stores issues, general expenditure, RAR-related projects, roads and electricity maintenance. Contracted service has been budgeted at an amount of 111 million, 277,000 rand. This includes the budget for the demarcation of street sites and the survey for township establishment and COVID-19 related budget. Capital projects not completed from municipality-owned funds amounting to 45 million rand have been rolled over to the 2021-2022 budget year. Other income has been budgeted at an amount of 203 million rand, and it includes projected income of 142 million rand to be generated through the sale of new residential stands. The area affected are south of Pretoria Street, Lois Richard Township, Zanani Township, and Chikota Extension 1 Township. The total grants that are going to be received by Makhado Municipality in 2021-2022 amount to 511,941,000 rand and are detailed as follows. From the National Treasury, we shall receive the equitable share of 401,747,000 rand. From the Municipal Infrastructure Grant, we shall receive 94,768,000 rand. From the Financial Management Grant, we shall receive 1,850,000 rand. From the Expanded Public Works Program, we shall receive 2,280,000 rand. From INEP, we shall receive 11,296,000 rand. An amount of 12,300,000 rand has been allocated for the following local economic development projects. Rikotusa ba mabindi ashumatuku robechela mchelede inoswika 600,000 rand. Township establishment dorobo yachifanaruwa ngei Makhado robechela tungo 4 million rand. Poverty alleviation musiwana vupele ridova rikothusedza nga milioni 2. Township establishment land survey robechela tungo 1 million rand. Muhachi na vathechelesi richikobvela phanda rina township establishment town planning robechela tungo 1.2 million rand. Demarcation of sites robechela tungo 1.5 million rand. Radwara vana demarcation of site rikoita town planning robechela tungo 2 million rand. Fellow residents, the total capital expenditure for the next financial year per department is 424 million rand, 622,000 rand, and is divided as follows. Summary per function in rents. Electricity, robechela tungo 11,296,000 rand. Ndine rakoipiwa ichibva ka INEP echelede. Electricity richikoshumisa chelede yasho yanga ngomu ri kuvhetshela thungo 106,221,000 rand. Building ro vhetshela thungo 31,180,000 rand. Roads ro vhetshela thungo 57,999,000 rand. Ndi tshelede ine ra ḓo i wana tshibva kha MIG. Dzibada dzi tshi khou sedza tshelede ine ra ḓo i wana nga ngomu ine ra vha ri khou rengisa zwine ra rengisa sa Maspala, ro vhetshela thungo 187,501,000 rand. Corporate services ro vhetshela thungo 6,850,000 rand. Finance and administration ro vhetshela thungo 14,800,000 rand. Waste management ro vhetshela thungo 400 million rand. I'm sorry, ro vhetshela thungo 4 million rand. Community services ro vhetshela thungo 4,775,000 rand. With the INEP grant, the following projects will be implemented in the next financial year. Mwananjere Phase 4 will receive 6,400,000 rand. Upgrading of Makhado main substation. Upgrading of Makhado main substation, ro vhetshela thungo 4,896,000 rand. In the next financial year, the major highlights of the capital budget, which will be funded with the Municipal Infrastructure Grant MIG allocation, are as follows. 2021-2022 MIG and capital budget funded projects. Name of the project and also the budget allocated. Fencing of Makhado Municipality cemeteries, 1.5 million rand. Landfill site Makhado plus recycling, 3,208,000 rand, 284 rand. Rutanando Access Road and Bridge, 15 million rand. Riboni to Shitlobien Access Road, 25,028,000 rand, 809 rand. Sane to Natali Bridge, 13,262,000 rand, 353 rand, 1 cent. ERF 10 Beggar Street Market Stalls, 6 million rand. Mudimeli Stormwater, 2.5 million rand. Construction of admin block at testing ground, 10,387,000 rand, 65 rand and 5 cents. Rati Deal Incubation Center, 6,084,000 rand, 501 rand, 60 cents. Chakuma Fruit Market Phase 2, 10,663,000 rand, 677 rand and 23 cents. Sane to Natale Bridge, 5 million rand. Rehabilitation of Danani Streets, 2 million rand. Rehabilitation of Junani Street at Vatalfal Township for proper design, 2 million rand. Chikwarani to Zamekomste Road Phase 3, 2.6 million rand. Renovation Zanani Regional Office Building, 600,000 rand. Upgrading of Sane to Natali Road, 2 million rand. Rehabilitation of Joslovo Street at Flefontaine, 12 million rand. Valdez Gia Tachini to Jiweni Access Road Phase 4, 3 million rand. Rehabilitation of Waterfall Streets, 7 million rand. Upgrading of Waterfall Clinic, Ring Road, 1.2 million rand. Upgrading of Waterfall Cemetery Road, 5 million rand. Mingadi Bridge and Access Road to Mbokota Entrance, 1.2 million rand. Rubarani to Zananwa Access Road, 1.2 million rand. Makatu Tichikota Access Road, 1.2 million rand. Tsianda Marundu to Military Base Access Road, 1.2 million rand. Rehabilitation of Kruger Street, 5 million rand. Rehabilitation of Flay Street, 5 million rand. Refurbishment of Waterfall Regional Office, 2.5 million rand. Development of Zanani Park Phase 2, installation of outdoor gym, playing equipment and swimming pool, 1.5 million rand. Commissioner and Main Street intersection rehabilitation and stormwater and in LT Villas, 3 million rand. Emeretia substation refurbishment building, 2 million rand. rehabilitation of old landfill site, phase 2, construction of evaporation pond, ablution facilities, planting, vegetation, drainage and stormwater systems, 3 million rand. Development of roads and stormwater at Zanani Township, Biaba, unera kochia stents za 200, zinodotiwa rengiswa vadzulapo, 21,250,000 rand. Development of roads and stormwater at south of Pretoria's 700 new stands and Chikota 164 new stands. Unera koyo rengisara one vadzulapo riko developer dorobo yashu. Robachela tungo 42,500,000 rand. Refurbishment of 6 drop-off points. Waste management 500,000 rand. 4-way stop paving of road at Boaba Street, 3 million rand. Chedza to Vuba Access Road Phase 3, 32,292,553 rand 16 cents. Fellow residents, Council has considered the following tariff increases for 2021-2022 financial year. This was done in line with national legislative guidelines. Electricity, 2021-2022 financial year, riko udoba riko gonyanga 14.59%. Property rates kogonyanga 3.90%. Other services riko gonyanga 3.90%. Copies of proposed increase of municipal tariffs will be made available to members of the public. The general expense, contracted services and operation and maintenance materials have been provided for at 224,546,000 rand in 2021-2022 financial year operational estimates. The salaries and wages have been budgeted for at an overall increment rate of 6.25% and new vacant posts from the fixed staff establishment approved in the 2021-2022 financial year have been budgeted for in this budget. The total salary bill to the amount of 338,886,000 rand is estimated for the 2021-2022 financial year. This represents 30% of the total operating budget. I hereby submit to the community of Makhado Municipality the 2021-2022 annual budget. This budget will be a yardstick to measure our performance as a municipality, and we trust that our communities will continue to participate in the forthcoming public participation meetings in order to monitor the progress in this regard. Copies of the annual budget will be placed on our website and shared on various digital and social media platforms so that our communities can continue to refer to these documents and hold council accountable. Ripedzisela nga utama ulibuwa lihoro la African National Congress na vashumisani nalo vadzialense kauritikeza na usumbandila kansele uri rikono uswikelela zwipikwa zwa Freedom Charter. Nditama udova ndalibuwa vashumisani makhanselara vashu vothe, membera za executive committee, vurangapanda vadzi portfolio committee na vaofisiri vashu vurangiwawo phanda ngavo acting municipal manager na vashumi vothe va Maspala ngau angaredza kha udidina havo ushumela lushaka. Ridova ralibuwa vo Fred Chivengwa veva vave minijere wa Maspala washu wa Makhado verashumisana zwavhudi navo uswika vachiya ushuma ngei kha Coxta hangei Pulukwane. Sa Maspala rifarohelelwa ngauri siya ha mukhanselara ashuma vili na mukhanselara vo Ndwakhulu Albert Mapala na mukhanselara vo abafunani Jemina Rashamuse mimia yavo nga yedele nga mulalo. Rodova rasiwa nga vaofisiri vashu vavili vo Castro Matonsi veva va minijere ofisini ya vo Meara na vo Gladys Mabila veva vave regional administrator nga nge kha region yashu ya Dzanani. Ri dove apuri libuwe na utanganeza mukhanselara wa radiso ra ene nge kha wa 38 he rasiwa nga mukhanselara vho Rashamuse Jemina ane hovha na dzikhetho nga dzi 19 dza ṅwedzi wa Mei he ra ḓo wana vho Mukhubarudzani vha tshi vha vhone vhane vha khou vha mu ward councillor wa ward 38. Vhathu kha vha yo ḓiṅwalisela dzikhetho zwiṱitshi zwa vhukhethelo zwavho zwi tshi vula nga dzi 17 na dzi 18 dza July 2021 ri tshi itela dzikhetho dza mivhuso yapo dzine dza ḓo farwa nga dzi 27 dza Oktoba na ṅwaha. Muhashi na vhathetshelesi na vhaingiseli vha Mungana Lunene ri na poso dze ra dzi bvisa ngei kha Maspala washu wa Makhado dzine zwa zwino ri kha process ya u vhona zwa uri zwoṱhe zwino tea itiwa zwi itiwe u swika hu tshi ḓo vhidzwa vhathu vha ḓa vha lingiwa vha kona u wana dziposo vho no ḓo vha na mashudu. Poso dze ra bvisa dzi lingana 128 ri a ḓivha zwa uri vhathu vho no khou ṱoḓa mishumo ndi vhanzhi, fhedzi ya ro bvisa ro sedza zwine nṋe ra khou shaya zwone kha Maspala washu hune ra khou vhona uri tshumelo i khou lenga i khou ongolowa uri ro wana vhathu havho tshumelo i ḓe nga luvhilo gidime tshi ya vhathuni. Ri khou tama u kaidza vhathu vho no khou roba vhathu na u fhura vhathu vha tshi vha founela vha tshi ri riṋe ri vha Maspala ri khou ri arali na ri ḓisela hezwi na hezwi hayi mushumo no u wana. Mishumo a i rengisiwi vhathu vhoṱhe ri khou tama uri vha zwi dzhiele nṱha, muṅwe na muṅwe u ḓo tholiwa zwi tshi ya nga uri u khwalifaya u guma ngaphi kha mushumo one wo bvaho. Arali vha ṱangana na muthu a vha founela ri u enenyi kha vha dzhiele zwidodombedzwa zwawe vha ri ḓisele muvhigo hoyo dzi ofisini dzashu na mapholisani vha tshi nga yo vula mulandu ri khou vha vhofholola uri vha vule mulandu. Arali vha tshi pfa uri mapholisani vha nga sie ofisi dzashu dza Maspala dzo vula kha vha ḓe vha ri ripotele uri vhone vho founelwa nga muthu o imaho nga uri vha dzhie zwidodombedzwa zwawe zwoṱhe ri kone u fhelisa vhuyaḓa hovho vhune a khou vha hone. Muvhuso washu khou lwa na corruption, zwino ri nga si tende uri muvhuso washu u bva nṱha ngei muphuresidennde washu vha kati vha khou cleana riṋe ngeno fhasi ra dovha ra vha ri khou tshikafhadza. Muhashi na vhathetshelesi arali muthu a vha founela a amba uri hu na hezwi na hezwi ri khou vhona dzina ḽavho, vhone kha vha zwiḓivhe zwa uri ndi vhugevhenga vhu no khou itiwa vho tou targetiwa ndi syndicate a ri na phoḽisi yo raloho. Muthu muṅwe na muṅwe u wana mushumo zwi tshi bva kha uri ene u na ndugelo dzo imaho u swika ngafhi zwi tshi khou ṱoḓa ndugelo dza mushumo wonoyo. Ndi tsivhudzo ine ra khou ri ri fhesele ngayo. Muhashi na vhathetshelesi ri khou livhuwa tshifhinga na vhathetshelesi vhoṱhe vho ḓidinaho vha ri thetshelesa bva ri tshi thoma u swika ri tshi fhedzisela tshifhinga tsha vhahashi ri khou livhuwa ri ri mudzimu a vha tshidufhadze ri tikedzane ri sapotane. Hei hoyu mugaganyagwama ri khou tenda uri ri ḓo tea u farisana u vhona uri zwoṱhe zwe ra zwi amba zwi yo bvelela nga u tou ralo u bva ri tshi thoma nga ṅwedzi wa July na ṅwaha u vhuya u swika ri tshi yo guma ṅwaha u ḓaho nga ṅwedzi wa Juni. Mudzimu a ri tshidufhadze vhathu vhoṱhe ndi a livhuwa.
Vhone ḓorobo vho Hudu Babuse ndi mukhanselara vho Ṱavhanyeni Samuel Munyai ri khou livhuwa nga maanḓa. Fhedzi vha sathu ṱuwa vhone ḓorobo ri a zwiḓivha zwori a ri tu tovha na mbudziso dzine ri khou tea u vhudzisana, fhedzi ri tshi khou amba zwino ri sathu no ya muyani vhone ḓorobo nṋe na vhone ro vha ri tshi khou ita no nyeṱu nga tshigwevho tsho ṋewaho hoyu ane o ponda Precious Ramabulana ane roṱhe ri a zwiḓivha ndi mudzulapo ane a wela fhasi ya Maspala wa Makhado. Mbudziso khavho vhone ḓorobo i vha ya uri zwa zwino musi ri tshi khou amba o Brimanaka o gwevhiwa lwa vhutshilo hawe kavhili ri tshi khou amba zwa zwino sa ne ḓorobo ane hune Precious Ramabulana bva hone hune vhabebi vhavho vha vha hone vha ri mini nga izwi.
Muhashi na vhathetshelesi ri khou livhuwa riṋe ri khou sa Maspala ri khou pfa ro takala nga maanḓa nga tshigwevho tshe o Brimanaka a tshi wana na uri tshi zwiḓivha zwavhuḓi uri tshigwevho hetshi a tshi kona u wisa Precious Ramabulana murahu. Vha muṱana na musi ndi khou tenda uri vha kha ḓi lila nga mpho ye mudzimu avho wafha yone ngauri mudzimu a tshi ri fha dzimpho hedzi u vha khou nyaga uri mpho hedzi ri dzi vhanḓe ri tshile nadzo hu vhe na zwivhuya zwine dza ri thusa ngazwo musi ri tshi khou tshila. Fhedzi zwi a ri khuthadza uri muvhuso washu zwi tshi ya kha sia ḽa mulayo u hone, tshanḓa tsha mulayo ndi tshilapfu. U nga lenga u swika hafho hune ra vha hone mara mulayo u ḓo swika. Nṋe ri khou ṱanganedza ri khou ri na vha Precious Ramabulana kha ri thusane u ṱanganedza. Ri a zwiḓivha zwo ri na mushumo we ra u thoma ngei muṱani wa u vhona uri ri vha itele vhudzulo ri ḓo dovha ra sala muraho ri vhona uri vhulavhudzulo havho he ra ri khou vha itela hone ro guma ngafhi dzikontraka dzatsho dzo guma ngafhi ndi vhona unga ri ndi tshifhinga tsha uri ri vhone uri heiḽa nnḓu i khou fhela zwo sala murahu ri zwi sedzo ndi zwifhio heiḽa nnḓu i ye i vuliwe lwa tshiofisi u ṱuwa ha Precious Ramabulana zwo kwama shango ḽoṱhe ḽa Afrika Tshipembe muphuresidennde washu vho Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa vho ḓifha na tshifhinga tsho yo dala hangei muṱani wa Precious Ramabulana zwi to sumbedza uri vhukumakuma zwo kwama mbilu ya muṅwe na muṅwe zwino nga zwezwo ri khou ri riṋe ri khou ḓo sala murahu fhaṱuwa heiḽa nnḓu ri vhone uri zwi salaho murahu ḓuvha zwifhio heiḽa nnḓu i ye vuliwe vha muṱa vha ḓiphine ngayo zwi sa ambi uri zwi vhuisa Precious Ramabulana murahu hone a ri a ṱanganedza tshigwevho tsho fhiwaho
aiwa ḽi khou pfala nga maanḓa vhone ḓorobo pet ro vha ri tshi khou ri nyeṱunyeṱu na vhone ḓorobo ri tshi khou lavhelesa vhona tshigwevho tshine tsho ṋetshedzwa ṋamusi fhedzi anu vhuanga vhafhio kha vhone ḓorobo zwino
no akensa mpho a ka ha ri na yo tala hola ku vona ku himpela sweswi va nga tshembisa ku duba buse himpela ri duba ivi ku kota ku va vanhu va yiseriwa vukorhokeri ku ya amahlweni
pet u pfili do duba nga maanḓa
no hayi a khensa swinene meyara hi khensile swinene nkarhi wa n'wina vana na siku lerinene ku tiya ku engeta
ri khou livhuwa nga maanḓa a vha va si tsha ni pfa pfe vha vhe na ḓuvha ḽa vhuḓi vhone ḓorobo
inkomo
pet
ayempo
ndi khou livhuwa nga maanḓa inwi ndi khou ḓa bulugwane vhege ḓaho ndi ḓo wana no mbetshela mini
ndi nga va mina ni ri koho kwalano a thoyando a ni kumangi nchumu se xandla famba xandla vuya
hayi ni tshi ḓa thoyando ri ḓo fhira nga vhone ḓorobo vho duba buka ri lugisela
khensile mpo
khou livhuwa nga maanḓa pet
all right hi sweswo mi yingisela umkena Lone FM hi leswi va kha va vulavula na hina ha swo va Maspala wa Makhado hi nomu wa mukhanselara Huduba Buse Munyayi lava va kha va kombisa timhaka ta migingiriko tanihi Maspala hi ndlela yeleyo ku va langutele yini ka lembe ximali 2021-2022 se nkarhi wa n'we tanihi vaaki kwala mi tshamaka ka muganga yeleyo yi khumbekaka eka Maspala wa Makhado ku loko ku ve leswi va nga swi vula a swi humeleli tiyisisani leswaku mi landzelela milawu hinkwayo leyi nga koho ya ku endla leswaku swi kota ku humelela hi ku ya hi ku hambanahambana ka tindhawu hi ndlela yeleyo ku ri ku tindhawu tin'wana a mi khumbiwangi na sweswo swi nga va swi kha swi hoxa xandla na hi timhaka ta ku n'we tanihi vaaki mi hoxa njhani xandla loko hi langute ngopfu ka timhaka letiya ta ku loko ku tshika ku ve na tinhlengeletano ta vaaki mi endla yini ma va kona ke hi ku loko mi nga vi kona ka tinhlengeletano ta vaaki swi hetelela swi endla xiyimo xa muxaka wolowo xa ku ri loko ku bumabumeriwa swilo mi hetelela mi nga swi twi kambe ke hi leswi mukhanselara a va vulavula ha swoho hi ndlela yaleyo loko va kha va hetisela xin'wana lexi va nga xi kombisa timhaka ta leswaku ku na mintirho leyi nga huma ka Masipala wa Makhado se ve nge ri mi nga pfuki mi xisiwile hi vanhu lava nga ta va fika va ku hayi loko wo tisa 25 kumbe yini i ta kuma mintirho yaleyo mi nga pfumeli ku xisiwa kokoloko hikuva a ku na mintirho leyi xavisiwaka lexi n'wina mi nga endlaka xona i ku loko pet kumbe mpho kumbe un'wana munhu u fika ka n'weya ku ni zami ni ta ku zama vetani mi teka vuxokoxoko bya yena mi ya mangala maphoriseni kumbe kwele ka tihofisi ta Maspala hi ndlela yaleyo swin'wana swa leswi va nga vulavula ha swoho ku kombisa ku tiyimisela ka voho ku lwisana na timhaka ta vukungundwana kasi xo hetisela lexi va nga hetisela hi xo i timhaka letiya ta mi ta tsundzuka muchudeni wa Capricorn wa Capricorn TVET College loyi a nga hetelela a dlawa malembe mambirhi la nga hundzela ku nga hoxisi hi nkulukumba Manaka lava a va ri ku tengisiweni aka khoto ya le henhla ya Polokwane loko va kha va tengisiwa va vuye va ti vona nandzu loko va ti vona nandzu xigwebo lexi va nga xi kuma i xa ku tshama khotsweni vutomi bya vona kambirhi se leswi vulaka ku ri swi hetelela swi komba ku kumbexani swi nga hetelela swi komba tanihi mhaka leyi tanihi vaaki hi nga yi landzelelaka kumbe hi vona ku swi nga chavisa na lava kumbexana va ringeta ku leta nghena ka timhaka toleto xin'wana xa lexi ni nga swi twa xi kha xi tirhisiwa ka mijhekanjhekisani ya koho tolo a ku vulavuriwa hi timhaka letiya ta ku u hetelele a tlhava kumbe mufu u kumeke a ri na timbanga ta ku tlula kumbe ta kwalomuya ka 9 ta ku komba ku hi laha a nga vavisiwa koho timbanga ta ku tlula 9 ivi tlhandla kambirhi va ri loko a ya dza tshova nghena a ku ri mhaka ku i n'wi vone a kha a cina se a twa a tsakela ku kumbexani a nga ya a ya n'wi vulavurisa phakathi ka vusiku hi khomela ku ya ku vulavuriseni mi vulavurisa hi ku sungula mfaya festere swin'wana swa leswi swi ka ku njhekanjhekisaniwa hi swoho ku hayi khona siku na swin'wana hi faneke hi swi languta kahle Edwin Xikhekhani i ti vitana Edwin Xikhekhani Maluleke ne u ri ni tsakisiwa hi matirhelo ya nawu va le ku tirheni hi ku tiyimisela ti-case ta lavo dlaya since last year va le ku gweviweni va le ku gweviweni hayi ku huwa nempela va le ku gweviweni kumbexana xivutiso ku nga va ku loko se va gweviwile ke le va va ri koho kunjhani kasi un'wana mingiseri i ri ka mina i ri hikokwalaho ka yini meyara va nga tirhisi ririmi rin'we leri ri nga ta endla ku hinkwerhu hi twa hi ri accommodated phela not all of us understand what he is saying I'm not trying to be tribalistic even the adverts are invented a ntiyiso i bo Jimmy Cross a nti swa advert futhi vetani mu huma ka swona kuti advert leta hi tlanga a ti ri leti ti nga xaviwa kwala ka Munghana Lonene na leti nga xaviwa ka Pharaphala se tindhawu timbirhi to hambana hi ndlela yaleyo kambe la ka ku vulavula hi ririmi loko ri ku va talele ngopfu ka ririmi ro karhi swi le ka n'wina tanihi vaaki va masipala wo loya ku va mi ya va lemukisa ku a swi ta va swi ri kahle ku meyara mi endlisa leswi tindimi leti ku ndlela ku masivo swi le ka n'wina sweswo kambe lava nga ka masipala luya ku ya hi ku tiva leswi mi ni tivaka so tindimi leti timbirhi va ti twisa sweswi va ti twisa ku fana kambe a ni vuli ku hi swona kumbe a hi swona a ni le ka xiyimo xa ku angula ka mhaka yoleyo a hi kumeni mahungu ya misava ya awara yan'we na mhaka moni Sandra Ntuli loko hi vuya hi bula na va xiphorisa va nge va tsakisi ku nga ri va xiphorisa kambe union ya maphorisa leyi nga yi tsakisiwi hikuva holobye vete a ku nga vi na muholo wu nga ta ngeteleriwa ka vatirhi va xiphorisa hi ndlela leyi a hi yini le ku nga na mhaka moni Sandra Ntuli a hi byela ku mahungu ya awara yan'we lawa a nga hi tshembisa wona ya ha yisa mahlweni sweswiya a nga swi vurisa swona ke mhaka moni hi mina loyi
nongonoko wa Afrika wa vulavula wu ya emahlweni endzhaku ka mahungu lawa
nongo timinete ntsena ku bila wara ya 13 mixero Munghana Lonene FM makomba ndlela khensa swinene loko hlawule xitichi lexi ka nhleka na siku ra namuntlha ni khalanga Pet Mathebula en'wana rismart wa jimo xitlango maxingiritano wa jajana makulelo wa ndandadzi ni taka wena twini ra studio 13 eka hi langutaka nongonoko wa hina wa Afrika wa vulavula ka nhlekanile ya Elakolo bulana nkulukumba Richard Mama Vulo bona va suka ka Pop Crew i bulana bona la eka hi languta ka timhaka leti ti fambelanaka na mavulavulelo ya holobye General Beki Qele loko swi ta ka timhaka ta matshamelo ya swilo swa xiphorisa ngopfungopfu loko swi ta ka timhaka ta miholo hi ndlela yoleyo i mhaka leyi lava ku yi landzelela eka nhlekani lowu kasi ke mun'wana mahungu lawa hi rhangaka mahlweni timhaka ta ku xiyenge lexiya xa takatso consortium xi teke xiave xikulu ka SAA va nge ri ku ta va ku ri xihahampfhuka xa lexi xi nga ta va xi kha xi kumbe ku ri khampani ya swihahampfhuka leyi nga ta va yi kha yi fambisiwa hi takatso yi nga ri na 51 wa tiphesente kasi ke Afrika-Dzonga va ta hoxa xandla hi kolomo eka 49 wa tiphesente hi ndlela yoleyo kasi ke timhaka leti ta ku Precious Ramabulana loyi a nga n'wi dlaya nkulukumba Manaka u gweviwe ku tshama khotsweni vutomi bya yena hinkwabyo kambirhi ayi amukeleni nkulukumba Richard Mama Vulo va suka ka Pop Crew but Rich inhlekani good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you and the listeners.
I understand you are having a relatively good working relation with the Minister of Police as Pop Crew. However, you have a concern about his pronouncement with regard to the salary increase that pertains to the police personnel. Can you take us to confidence as to what exactly is your concern?
Yes. So we should obviously work in the best way that ensures that both are comfortable. However, we are quite concerned about the minister's comments that he made when he was addressing the National Council of Province, wherein he actually said that his future projections are that SAPS members will not be getting salary increases in the next 3 years. So that is quite well, it's quite unfortunate, really. You would not expect it from a person with the position that he holds, that he would jump the gun and say such things wherein there's no factual basis around that, because he is a member of the Committee of Ministers, which obviously deals with they are part of the advisory team to government on bargaining matters, meaning that he's on the other side. When we go to bargaining councils, they will be on the side of government, where they would obviously, represent their views while we represent our members' views. So we think that this comment is quite preemptive in that it suggests that what he said was a foregone decision, that even though there are still processes, those processes are meaningless, because ultimately that's what they will settle for as part of government representatives. We find this very annoying, actually, because Mr. Tele is a Minister of Police. He has been with the police for quite a long time. He has even been a commissioner, national commissioner. So he should understand the plight of challenges that our members face on a daily basis, and the fact that they've been underpaid. They're understaffed, they're underpaid. COVID-19 killed about 30,000 of them. Well, infected about 30,000 of them. Over 600 have died due to the virus. He knows very well that even now when we go into the third wave, which is already with us, there would be, for a country to fight the pandemic, you would obviously need more members who are in the front line to ensure that the public does obey the regulations. But beyond that, as their living conditions have been bad, police are being killed on a regular basis. There has not been a plan to deal with police killings, yet the minister can just come and say that their salaries will remain stagnant in the midst of growing economic goods. Goods and services have increased over the years, and they'll keep increasing regularly. So the value of police officers' salaries are becoming worthless. And then you've got a minister who's got the audacity to go in public or even tell these committees that they must relax, they must not worry about their plight, because for the next 3 years they won't be getting salary increases. That is unacceptable of the minister, and we want to make it clear that as Pop Crew, we are going to fight. We cannot tolerate such utterances. You'd remember as well that the fact that he is a member of that committee, it means that he is obviously being biased. He's not impartial, yet he's the Minister of Police. Who is he supposed to? He is the one who always makes a lot of demands on TV. They're saying that police must do their work, they must go to areas which are dangerous, and yet they cannot even take care of them. When a police officer dies, their families get 250,000 rand as compensation from the SAPS. And most of the police officers who are dying are young police officers. They've got young children. That money cannot take them to school, the kids to school. They leave behind widowed wives. So the situation is dire. Police killings, police suicides, there are many challenges that are underlying within the police service that the minister chooses to ignore, but can speak out loud about their salaries remaining stagnant in the midst of growing economic goods.
But if you are saying police are underpaid, Butrich, what does it say about you as the union in terms of fighting for what is due to them in the past years?
Yes, Pop Crew firstly is not an employer. We represent employers. We represent employees, rather. So as a union, we have obviously been signing different agreements, which some of them have went through and improved the living conditions of our members. And at times, if I should give you a list of agreements that the union has been signing over the years. Some of them have not been fully implemented, but we continue to fight for them. We continue to fight in every possible manner that we can. We've been to the courts. Some have won. Some are still being delayed. Some have been postponed. Even currently, there's never been a point where we are either not in court or not arguing through the bargaining council about the conditions of workers. So if remember that there's this current negotiations about the wages. Where in government made an offer of 1.5%, and they also made another offer of 978 rand gratuity for the period of 12 months. As a union, we have rejected we have rejected this proposal by government, and of course, I think. Since engagements are currently continuing to look to a better offer, if the government is not willing to go back, we will obviously be going for a strike. I mean, there's this thing about essential workers not going on strike, but we will make sure that our members go there. You know, those who are off duty, those who are on leave, and of course, even those who are on duty, they will go for pickets during lunchtime. So the country, if it cannot continue in a manner that it's continuing under the leadership of a minister like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, you spoke about the process. Where are you now in that very process of seeing to it that?
Yes, the process started just last week, so engagements are still continuing. We are expecting that they should be done within the next few coming days, and that will obviously inform us as to what other measures to take, because it's not only Pop Crew that is part of these negotiations. We've got other, public sector unions that are concerned. All public service members should be worried because some of these decisions will affect all of them. So it's a collective effort. We are trying to engage with government, at least to consider us, because even in the last year there's been an agreement. They only implemented 2 legs of the PSCBC agreement, one of 2018, which also speaks to salaries. Members have not been paid for the last leg of that agreement. Now we have to go into other agreements before the 2018 agreement is concluded, and yet all they do is to tell us that the government has got no money. Their salaries are going up now. All these people who are taking decisions, their salaries have been increased there in Parliament, yet they do not care about the very people who are supposed to keep the country safe.
But Rich, you can see it in Karongwe. Thank you very much for your time, sir. So but Richard Mama Boda Vulavula Pop Crew lava khayela ngitekat magata ku kavanga tsaksiwi hikuva holobye wa swashphorisa General Bekitele va teke xiboho xa ku ri ku ya hi vona General Bekitele va ku hayikho a va voni ku ri na muholo lowu nga ta ngeteriwa ka malembe yanharhu lava ya landzelaka tatsuka hungu leri tshame ri vulavuriwa na hi holobye Tito Mboweni kambe ke swi ya ku fika loko se ka ku endliwa minjhekanjhekisano ku fikeleriwa ntwanano lowu wa ku ri ku ta hetela ku va na xiyimo lexiya xa ku ri va nga kuma 1.5% leyi va nga yi ala ku fika sweswi va ha endla ku minjhekanjhekisano tanihi minhlangano ya vatirhi ku la ku ta vona kahle xiyimo xi le kwihi hi ndlela leyi mahungu ya tele swinene va Sascoc na vo va tivise kumbe va kombise swiambalo leswi nga ta mbariwa loko yiwa ka ti-Olympics a Japan hi xipano xa Afrika-Dzonga mi ta tsundzuka ku tshama ku va na swimbalo swin'wana swo a ku yiwa ka ti-Olympics laha vanhu va nga fika ku hayi kona i vanhu va nga langa Mama Magalanga mpahla leyi sa hi ku tumingisela Munghana Lona FM ni nga kuma vayingiseri vambirhi vanharhu nga si fika makumu DJ Metro ta landzela ta hi byela ka tsuma na mina ku famba yini kambe ke loko hi hetsela na ku ri ku Afrika vulavula no lava vayingiseri vambirhi kumbe vanharhu 015-297-1855 swi na mhaka ku phorisa kumbe xana leswi hi bula hi swona swi khumba xa xiphorisa kumbe u le ka Maspala wa Makhado kumbe muakatiko u lava ku landzelerisa timhaka letiya ta nkulukumba manaka kumbe u la ku landzelela swin'wana sweswi swi nga mahungu tinhlayahlaya ta vanhu lava phatsamaka xitsongwatsongwana xa COVID-19 ta chavisa loko ku ya hi professor lava Abdul va ri ku na mavhiki mambirhi lawa hi nga vulaka ku tinhlayo leti hi ti vonaka namuntlha ta mavhiki mambirhi laha ya nga hundza lera ku nga ri khale mi nga hlamali loko mi vona ti kha ti tlakuka ti ya henhla kahle tinomboro ta hina ti nga va ti ri kolumeka va 15,000 ka vanhu lava phatsamaka xitsongwatsongwana xa COVID-19 hi siku kambe hina vumbhoni lebyi nga na byona eku tlula nkayo wa magidi va vikiwile ku va va phatsamaka xitsongwatsongwana xa COVID-19 ka 24 wa tiawara leti nga hundza se hi leswi vumbhoni hi nga na byona kambe xi bihile xiyimo xi bihile swinene na engeta nakambe xiyimo xi bihile ngopfungopfu loko kha hi langutana ku na tinxangu tintshwa ta xitsongwatsongwana leti ti nga tivekiki ku ti fika ti tshikelela ku fika kwihi swin'wana swa leswi hetelaka swa tika swinene mingiselo wa mina swa tika xin'wana xivutiso lexi a ni lava ku vutisa xona ku na lava xavisaka swimilani giyani na la ku xava swimilani la ku byala mani la ku byala miroho na yini ni nga swi xava ku swimilani giyani kumeka timinete ku bilavura ya n'we eka Munghana Lona FM hi loyi mingiselo ni hleka
Ayi sananga mijani
epfukile papa mijani
ipfukile
I can sir
ndakabana msilango Andrew Chauke la episode
inkomo Chauke
nanda kuba makalo ya Mr. Mayor la Makhado
yes
yiko ya bafala burile switile yakaza bakaba tira ebuse likudruba rozifa mara alaka mula kapa tiro ra mashamba mwili avula nguthumi rona ngifuna la ka wena imatch ukuthi kuba mina kuthela premier amshendazi mara sikinishini this suswana ni rumila amnyanya
lo tibaka magondo hi vutise ngopfu matsundzuka hi vitane MEC Namane Dixon Masemula kwala va vulavula ku lama va ka mashamba a va yini matsundzuka va ku va yini le ka mashamba va vulavula no ni vulavula na MEC Namane Dixon Masemula kwala ka Nongonoko wa lo buto wa mina
mara ikhale ba yini khalanga banga ikhale va tsakile ngoba swi va tsaka kwala ka ma 2016 kulinga yini
thela ni me ni rhuma futhi
mani rhuma ya tsaka ku sakasi ku famba yini la kumela ngibona udlamali na vona hayi
kambe ni byeleni n'wina hala ka Muyila dzame ni famba patu leri ro fari ni nghena kun'wana ni nga ri famba ndzeni ka nkoka ka xinkobyani laha xikarhi ka tintshava leti timbirhi xivutiso i ku tanihi vaaki mi endla yini ma n'wi vutisa mukhanselara i ri yini mukhanselara ma ya ka tinhlengeletano ta vaaki sweswo
mukhanselara i byela maka kontraka i dye mali
yo
se kontraka i dye mali va sungurile last road Namane va kume kontraka wuntshwa le
se loko munhu a dye mali a ku na nchumu lexi ndliwaka ni
ndeni kalanga
ani loko mi dye mali mi yi dye yini loko mi yi dye ku xava movha ni ni vula mukontraktara loko a dye mali ani loko a yi dye mali ku xava movha ya teka movha ivi hi tlhe n'wi khoma
ayitivi ta ku vona se va swi maka njhani leswo kalanga va vona hina ka muganga lowa hina luya mfumo lowu wa hina lowani wa xidemokirasi a swi de wu endlela nchumu at all a swi kona xi na xin'we
kumbe ka Muyila mi le Makhado kumbe mi le Skusese a veri ka Muyila mi le Makhado kumbe mi le veri yini leyi yin'wana leyi nga hala leya sukumekari veri yini ni rivala
hayi kona
Amerika leya sukumekari mi le ka Makhado okay
Makhado xikola kwala ka Muyila yi rhelela ehansi leyi a ni la yi kona la sungula ku venda la
na ku vona le henhla phela loko i ri laha i kota ku vona i vona mupani na vhembe hinkwayo loko i ri le ntshabyeni le henhla ka Muyila leyi
a ni chitari la
no ni mi twile boto mina ni mi twile
na mi rhuma ka Makhado boto mina no kombela
ni mi twile boto hayi
ka loko ya ka isa yi ka alignment i vuye i alignment kambe loko ku nga na tipanchara tibabulo la ka matayere hi swi twile
no na ri tiva gondo leriya na ri tiva ni tshama ni famba hi rona loko ni fika ka mashamba xi hela xikontiri se ni khensile swinene nkarhi wa n'wina boto
a ri fambeki
ni khensile swinene boto mina
kumanga machansi ka sungula ni famba 2 hours
ya no ni mi twile boto mina
okay na khensa khalanga
enkoma khensa swinene ndhawu leya na ku tiva loko wo tshika i ye ko i nga ta ndhawu ta kahle ngopfu loko a ku ri na gondo ni tshemba na vupfhumba byi ta va byi ri kona i ndhawu leyi loko i ri ka Muyila ne i kota ku vona hinkwako vona ilimu ku ya le hansi leyi i vona ku ya hala ka va Rotterdam hi le henhla swinene ndhawu liya n'wana mingiseri loyi hlekani ku na munhu la ya a ku na munhu la xivamba la ku na munhu ku hava munhu va kona kama msutana misira mugana Don FM 0152971855 tirhisana machevela dprsabc.co.za at Afrika mungana i Twitter handle leyi nga yi tirhisaka ku hi kota ku twa n'wangulo wa we eka mhaka leyi hi bulaka hi yona hi ndlela leyi ma hi twa loyi mingisira nihlekani
njhani
hi pfukile njhani sesi
I
cancer
matani na xiphiqo hi la ka Home Affairs ya le Tzaneen
yes
ni endle certificate lexa xa abridge lembe leri nga hela hi February ivi va vuya va tlhela va sendela message hi ti-13 ta March ni tlhela ni ya ka platform yin'wana kusukela ka siku leri nga hela certificate a xi vuyi loko ni ya cheka va ri va ka ha ri ka process loko ni ya cheka va xa ha ri ka process ene certificate lexi a ni xi endlisa hi ku na mali yin'wana a nga tiyela hi va papa yen'wana luyani so mali liyani loko a ku 18 a yi fanele yi hulu ta ni byela ku na lembe rin'wana a nga vuya feyila mara sweswi i le ka matric a ni la ku kota ku endla tifomo ta koho va ta kuma mali ya ku next year a kota ku a ya xikolo se certificate a ni swi tivi ku iyivi xi fanaka ku xi nga humi loko ni ya va ri xa ha ri ka process loko ni ya va ri xa ha ri ka process lembe leri nga hela bootcamp
se loko mi langutini mi vona onge xiphiqo ku nga va ku ri yini n'wina vuxokoxoko hinkwabyo lebyi mi nga byi yisa mi byi yisile lebyi a byi laveka lerarako a kolosala ku mi fanele mi kuma xitifiketi xa n'wena
hinkwaswo ni yisile na sweswi loko ni ya cheka ni famba na certificate lexa xa n'wana
yes
ni ya va komba ku certificate xa so a si vuya loko va cheka laha ka system ya vona va ku swa ha ri ka process mara ku sukela lembe leri nga hela mu hlamula ku process ya ko ya certificate van'wani va teka tipasi ta vuya va teka tipasi ta vuya mara certificate a xi vuyi ende loko va byela va byele ku lexa xa abridge xo heta 3 weeks mara se xo xi na lembe
mativandlana ni yinise swa mina ni kombela mi ni khomela riqingho rero hi ndlela yaleyo ni mi yisa ka muhumelerisi wa me a teka nomboro ya n'we a ni ta twa ku tatana Ramudumo va ri yini mhaka leyi hi lava ni tivaka va ri vo va tirhanaka na timhaka ta registration of birth and death ka Home Affairs mo khoma tanani
okay
ni khomeleni tani sesi wa mina i mani hi twa loyi mi yingisari ni hlekani mi amukerile ka munghana lone
inkomi ba
minjhani
hi pfukile hi ngo n'wini
hi pfukile ni salele timinete timbirhi mi ri yini n'we
ndzi ri a hi lava ku pfuniwa hi timhaka ta pasi na sesi loyi a nga vukatini se i ri va teke ku teka pasi se ringetile ku ya ka Home Affairs hi ye a jika na le Nelspruit se Nelspruit va hi byela leswaku a va nge hi tekisi leyi vuya ndzhaku se hi fika hi nghena Home Affairs yaleyo a Hazyview va hi byela leswaku se inkulu old age wa vatekisi lava tekisaka ko ku ri ku hi kambirhi a Hazyview va hi rhumela Nelspruit va hi tlhelerisa ka vona se ku loko fika ka vona va hi byela leswaku old age ku lava a phindela a tlula mahanxi se a mala hi ve hiya loko hi fika le kume ku pfariwile va ri ku strikewiwile se hi kumeke hi jikini mara hi fambe nkarhi wa ku leha ngopfu karhi hi lava ku a kuma pasi se a hi humeleli Home Affairs talaka va ri a va tekisi vanhu va ti-old age
na malembe mangani
wa 1984
yes n'wina loko munhu wa 1984 a nga ri na pasi kusukela 84 ku fika namuntlha hi ku endleke yini
ku fika namuntlha i timhaka ta ku va na mhani a va nga ri ndhawu yin'we maswa loko vatswari va nga ri ndhawu yin'we kuma ku na yena loko karhi hi famba hi
a nga dyondzangi xikolo sesi loyi
i dyondzile
i hume njhani ka matric ku lava nga va 84 se loko va ya ka matric a ku laveka tipasi
a nga humanga ka matric
a nga
fikanga boti
okay no mo khoma tani ta kuma tinambara ta n'we ta kota ku ya amahlweni hi ndlela yaleyo hi vona ku xiyimo loko xi te tani tatana Zamba Maluleke leswi a va swi voni leswi hayi mhaka yi ntsanana ngopfu leyi na mhani Kuvutlu hayi mhaka yi ntsanana vanhu lava va tirhanaka na timhaka leti ta maphepha ya vutitivisi pasi ri na nkoka swinene le ku tivutiseni ku loko va kha va hanya 1984 leswaku va na malembe ya 36 sweswi se a ka ha ri muntshwa se munhunkulu va na malembe ya 36 se loko va ri na malembe ya 36 swi vula yini swi vula ku vutomi bya vona ku malembe lama hinkwaro a byi nga lavi pasi ni hayi khona swin'wana swa leswi kumbexana hina tanihi rixaka hi fanele hi byala vutihlamuleri hi yima hi vona ku pasi kumbe birth certificate swi swin'wana swa nkoka ngopfu ku hambi ku ri ku leswin'wana a wu na swona sweswo u fanele u tiyisisa ku swi hetelela swi lunghisiwa kwala na kwala ya ku le ku tekeni kambe hambiswiritano mi ngisira munghana Nongonoko FM ni pfumeleli mina ni ya ka ku hela ka vhiki na ku ya byala swimilani sweswiwani swa miroho ni na voko xiphiqo xa mina ko va ku ni ya swi kuma kwihi se loko ku ri ku tiva un'wana a swi xavisaka kumbe swi byariwaka ni nga swi kuma swimilani agiyani mi ni byela ni lava ku swi xava na ku ya byala miroho sweswiwani
mi joyinile ka vurimi mi hleka mina va yingiseri mu byeleli n'wini hi ku hina hi varimi hi varimi mi joyine hina a ni mi a ni hupe
byala yini
mina ni nga byala swilo a ni byali leswi ni nga dyeki a ni ngheni lani
tala ni komba ke ku i byala yini
ta mi komba ni ta mi komba ni la fonini khale wa hi pfuka
mere dzumba jana
namuntlha dzumba ina i bashiparapara namuntlha i ra mtlhanu na mix liya na mpfanganiso luwawa ene ni wu batwi ani wu recording
ene a wu voyameli tlhelo ro karhi wa
mix wa kwaito ya ene ntwena DJ lola ku i lava ku ni joyina namuntlha
wa navela
hi tatwa hi yena leswi a ri kwala ni kuma budimo ku 1 suku i fambile mara u yi tshembisile vayingiseri so hi tatwa hi yena
a ku vekiwa hela ka vhika kahle
no mi ya byala budpet
a mina lexi ni tsakisaka ne leswi mi byalaka swa kula swimila a swi na ni na voko
mi byala yini so
ni ala ka byala miroho
ne
matsavu xipinachi
kuna swin'wana ni nga tshama ni dyisiwa hi dyondzani mugwamba na ku fika la va ku i muchayina ye wena hi swona
futhi loko wo swi kuma swi swekiwe hi mina mhaka munhu loko i twa ni ku
mahungu a ya heli ku hela nkarhi
a hi vulavuleni nakambe mundzuku Afrika wa vulavula.